Hey everyone, welcome back to more Warhammer 40,000 KSK Daemonhunters. I'm DisturbingPuppet. The campaign continues. Alright, so we are getting people back fairly quickly now that the Apothecarian has been repaired. We're working on the meditation chamber, which will give me more XP, which will help speed up our leveling, which we definitely need. After that, we've got the servitors will probably upgrade the reactor so that we can then maybe chase down speed, so the last upgrade. Grandmaster Port's a little ways out. We've got research coming, nothing too crazy. People are hurt, but mostly we've got people coming back fairly quickly. We've got decent squads we can throw together, so I think we'll be okay for the near future. Unfortunately, I can't make it to any of the other missions that popped up on the map, so everything else here is just too far away. Even this one that looks fairly close, we can't actually make it. So that's unfortunate. The others spawned like way out over here on the right side of the sector. So I think I'm just going to go here, I was thinking before, just somewhere kind of central, and we'll see where the missions pop in and what we get. So let's see. Such a cool looking planet there. Nope. We've got a cruiser heading our way. So I think it's just the two. I don't see any other cruisers at the moment. We've destroyed a couple. I think three at this point. Yeah, I think we've destroyed three. Yeah, so we're just kind of waiting for missions to pop in. This isn't a terrible spot, but it's going to limit my ability to get all the way to the right side of the sector. I could just go ahead and head here to be a bit more central for when things pop in, or, I mean, we might have time if he shows up. I could destroy him before missions come in. I'm going to wait and see if I can get him before the missions pop up. Okay, it took him a while to move. Okay, what do we got? Macius. All right, he had that injury. So, I'm pleased to report Kyle Macius recovered from his critical wound and returned to combat duty. Due to his injury, we needed to install the augmetic locomotion augmetics, and the chief apothecary estimates he will require 19 days to recover to full strength. So it gives him plus 5% resistance, which isn't that great. I mean, it's okay. It's just decreases the chance of me getting like blinded, pinned, not pinned, but hobbled, and blighted. So blighted will do damage, hobbled reduces your movement or does it lose you in action, and blinded does like less damage for range. There's also one weakened for less damage for close combat, things like that can pop up. All right. Yeah, do we want to stay here? He is coming my way. I feel like I should probably go ahead and go more central. But if I have time, the thing is, the first time we ran into a ship, we destroyed it without a problem. Got nothing damage to our ship. The second time, we had the Apothecarian hit, which took it out of commission. I had to repair it, and someone who was in the Apothecarian took a critical hit, which is pretty bad. And then the third time, Lunette, the Adeptus Mechanicus person who's in charge of everything on the ship, she got hurt, so now all of my building or repairs that I do on the ship to get systems back up are costing more servitors for a while. So there's been a negative effect the last two times I've destroyed a ship. So I'm not sure if it's worth it. It just kind of depends. Let's see what happens. Okay, meditation chamber is done. Getting this done just barely before they get here. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, plasma reactor. I think this is the highest cost, 24. Once this is done, then we can work on getting increased speed. Prevent warp storm risks. Oh, that's cool. I didn't think I'd seen that before. Is there anything else that doesn't look familiar? Yeah, alright. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. That actually might be a priority. Go speed and then that. We're going to work on getting the reactor up and ready to go. Which the reactor will get knocked out here in a minute when that ship shows up. Okay. We have Bloom Spawn. What do we got? Two out that way. One is close. What's the situation? Well, that's going to go up by 3. That's a ton. That's going from 0 to 1, not a big deal. That's going up, but I can't get there in time. So even if I leave immediately, I cannot get to that one in time. And I doubt I could hit this one and that one. This one might be my priority because it's going up by 3 as far as corruption goes. Why is that so high? It's bloom spawn. It's currently medium. Get a grimoire. Corruption goes down, so it'll drop to 0. I feel like I kind of have to do this because of the corruption level. What's this one? It's only going up from 0 to 1. So this one is seed carriers. I get servitors. That's really tempting for the servitors. I want the servitors. I might be able to get both of them. If I hit this one first, it does require 2 jumps. Because I have this area covered by prognosticar, so it does slow it down. To get there is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. I doubt I'm going to make that in time. I could wait and fight the ship, but I'm worried that might damage my engines or something and slow me down. So I'm just going to go ahead and go, and then I'm going to hope that I can get this one and then do the other one as well. So I'm going to bail right before that cruiser gets here, and we'll just take care of this mission. Alright, so destroy the bloom spawn, which is always kind of a pain. We get a grimoire, which honestly doesn't really matter that much. It'll increase my research speed slightly. What do we have? Corruption level is 1. It's 10% a turn, so not a huge deal. Necrosis, so armored bonuses and negate attack and defense. Blightlord champion, that's a Terminator champion. And a Hellbrute. Whee! Alright, let me go ahead and save it here before we do anything else. Let's see. Oldest one I want to get rid of, I guess, is that one. We're on to day 439, which seems quite long. I'm actually delaying some research because I'm worried that it's going to make things harder. And I'm trying to level people up here at this point when things are sort of stable. I'm trying to keep chaos corruption at bay. I'm not sure like how fast you can get through this campaign, but I kind of like to level people up as much as possible before we go. All right, so killing bloom spawn without using passive war gear. Nah, I'm not even going to bother. That's not worth it. That's too much of a hassle. Okay, so who do we want to take? We're looking at this point of prioritizing. We should have a healer. And we could take Assad or Harn. Assad's already up to level 6, so maybe we should take Harn. I feel like I should take my librarian. I wouldn't mind taking Iolanthus to get him leveled up as well. So if we throw Harn in... Why are you not here, Harn? What the heck? What's going on? Well, something's gone screwy. Okay, let me load what I just saved, and we'll see what happens. Something definitely didn't like what I was just doing. I'm hoping it'll load back fine. I'm glad I just saved it. I haven't actually had that happen before, so I'm a little surprised that something that weird popped up. I haven't had any problems with this game, actually, no crashes or anything like that, so it's a little surprising to see something like that happen. I'm assuming it's because I was picking for that empty slot, I guess. It's really odd, though, that that would happen. Come on, work. Please work. Okay, I mean, that looks positive. Alright, start the mission. No, I'm not doing that. Okay. So now I'm worried about doing anything here first. So I think we'll have all our stratagems up. So we're going to swap to Harn. I'll take a look at everybody before we go in. Foros. We'll take Kalmar. Okay, hopefully this will work. Let's just throw somebody in there. Okay. Alright, that would be the all Terminator squad if we wanted to do that. It's tempting. It's a bit more close combat focus. We've got support in Boars, we've got some healing in Harn. We've got our Librarian we need to level, who's still kind of weak, and we've got Iolanthus, who's mostly close combat focused. Is this really what I want to take? It's mostly a lower level. I'm not sure this gives me a lot of ability and firepower to deal with tons of enemies. I feel like we need to take something else. And Kalmar's the weakest, but I feel like I do need to level him. Boars and Iolanthus are kind of the old squad that we used to take quite often. What do I have on Harn? So we've got a Medicae skull on you. Okay. So we've got some extra healing there, basically. On Kalmar. So we're running some extra HP because he doesn't have a ton. He's got a weapon that does extra damage against demons, so that's kind of helpful potentially, maybe not on this mission though. Boars is just generally all around good. We're running an extractor on him, which would help us get some seeds if there are any. Extra willpower because we can use it to buff other people. We've got some armor break on him as well with this weapon. So it's definitely not bad up to this point. The issue, though, is I don't know about Iolanthus. We do have decent crit chance for close combat, so up to 20%. We've got Hammerhand for guaranteed crits. He's pretty tough. We can get a lot of armor. It's just not a lot of death and destruction. And I've got to get close. The other problem is melee combat, need to get close, but we're really slow because we're in Terminator armor. Well, not really slow, but we're slightly slow because of Terminator armor. If I don't take Iolanthus, Vorn's pretty good. He's got a good psychic ability and is incredibly tough at this point. And then we have a variety of ranged options with Purgators. We've got Dvorn, who's got crack grenades and flamer, which is pretty close range as well. If I just go by lowest level, I think this is kind of the squad we take, what we've already got. So Iolanthus, Harn, Kalmar, and then we're running Boars for support. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I think we'll run this squad. This is sort of an OG squad, except for Kalmar. Harn, Boars, and Iolanthus were some of the early ones we had. So we are very close combat focused. I can teleport with Kalmar. I think he can only teleport himself. Take a look at your abilities. Yeah, doesn't have a lot. So Smite, a little extra willpower, and he can teleport. So basically we're going to teleport and smack things in the face. He does have extra crit for melee attacks, so that's kind of what we're looking at. Alright, go ahead and do it. I think this might be a bit tough, though. Let's give it a shot. So I've got to remember... Let's see, Harn can do some bleed. Cybolts will bleed. I've got like a little note here of stuff that I can do with him. Different people. So Harn can bleed. Iolanthus can get a really good shield on himself. Kalmar's pretty limited overall. So Boars, we can armor break at range. And other than that, he's got bonus crit against demons. So we've got bonus crit against demons on Boars, and then we have bonus, I think, crit for Kalmar against demons. I think that's the class specialty. I think. Nope. Taking a while to load.
The prognosticars foretell this cesspit will become a foothold for the Morbus if left unchecked.
Every last bloom spawn will need to be hunted and destroyed to hold this foul rot at bay.
Well, it's only 2. Yeah, it seems like it doesn't like this map very much. Is it big? I've got a big building, and one of them is in there. Where's the other one? So we've kind of got a straight shot at that big building. There's a whole big side area here, too. It's probably out here somewhere. Yeah. So way out there. And then way back over here. Kind of odd. This is probably closer, and then from here we can cut maybe across and go down from that angle. Alright, yeah, we'll just try to head up and we'll destroy what we can. Alright, who do we want to lead the charge? Usually I lead with the Terminators because they're slower, but everybody's kind of slow here.
Praise the Emperor.
Kalmar, we can teleport. So I do have an extra heal here. With the Servo Skull on Harn, we've got the Extractor. So if we do get some seeds, we can do a good job. Iolanthus, we need to get close, so maybe I'll have Iolanthus lead the way.
Yes, sir.
See if we spot anything.
Chaos stirs within the shadows.
Okay, patrol up there. Kalmar. We're not going to activate them or anything, so even if I go up as far as I can.
As you will.
So we'll just run on up. Oh, that was enough to activate them. What did I just say?
Shall we play?
We're very split up. Yeah, so I don't think I've seen that guy before. The guy with the shield. He's like my armored guy, Vorn. It's odd that it's showing a red area there, because I think it's just him defending.
Ready.
Okay, so you, buddy, Blightlord Champion, Toxic Cloud. Maybe that's what he's going to do. So he's going to do a Toxic Cloud. Immune to afflictions, take no damage from autos. Oh, that's not nice. Loyal of Corruption, Plague Shield, +5 armor. Yeah, he's gonna Toxic Cloud.
Your command.
Isn't a lot I can do about that. And unfortunately, you guys are way in the back. So I could get you up and give somebody some extra actions. I could maybe teleport behind that guy and just wail on him a bunch, but I don't think I can kill him. With 10 armor up?
At once.
The buttons are being slightly not so responsive here. You do have seeds, but you're out of range for me to collect them, I think. Yeah, just barely. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and... Yeah, the only way I'm gonna get decent damage is if I teleport in there, probably. This might kill my librarian, but I'll do what I can. And Harn is just too far back to really do anything. I can move up, but I can't see anything. And Boars is too far away to do any armor breaking or anything. Yeah, that's too bad. Alright. How far can I teleport? So I can't quite get up to him. I can get very close. I don't think I can kill this guy. 4 attacks. I mean, I'll do some damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough to kill him.
At your service.
I want this. Can you make it to anybody? I could get up there and get a smack on him as well. I might need to do that to finish him off. So if I like hammer hand him, we're going to get a guaranteed crit, which is going to do a bunch more damage. Yeah, let me do that to start. Send Iolanthes in like a maniac. We'll see if I can kill this guy before he does anything. Oh, he actually came in at me.
Pathetic.
So that cancels my ability? Really?
At your service.
Really? I can't get a shot off or anything.
Your orders, your command.
Yeah, it just interrupted my
blade is
ability, so I
ever
couldn't
ready.
do anything. That's pretty bad. Okay. So, I mean, I can teleport behind you and wail on you 4 times. I think that's what I'm going to have to do.
Travel unseen paths.
And if I Force Strike, is that going to do anything for me? Getting a bonus for Blade Master, so 15% crit damage is +1. If I Force Strike, basic damage not changing, but I'm increasing my crit chance from 15% to 35%. I don't think that's worth it, because it's not doing any additional damage.
This is your wrath.
Yeah, this is not going
Blessed
to
are our
do very much.
arms.
Not even going to stun him.
Hope rots.
Okay, this is definitely not ideal. I might need to use a stratagem here, because this is pretty bad. So let's give additional actions to Iolanthes, maybe. So I think he can do more damage.
Standing ready.
So Iolanthes. Yeah, it burned my hammer hand, so I can't even use the hammer hand. I could smack him and armor up. So Force Strike here is going to do more damage. So that's 5. So it's a guaranteed +1 damage. Let's go for it.
I strike true. Blessed are our arms.
Not enough.
Standing ready. Yes, Commander.
It's not enough. Even all of that is not enough to kill this guy. Didn't even stun him either, which is definitely a problem. I could use a stratagem to armor myself up, which honestly isn't the worst idea in the world, because we are going to get smacked around here. I probably should have just hit him once, and then done my Aegis Shield with Harn. So I'm going to go ahead and go with my High Sanctuary, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to do it. And I'll bring Harn in. And then Daemonhunters is going to get wrecked. Oh, I parried. Excellent. Weaken both of us. That's going to decrease our melee damage. Chopping me with his axe. That's so nice. Alright, I mean, we actually handled that pretty well. If I didn't have my armor up, though, that would have been really bad.
Unleash me! At your service.
Okay, so we definitely want to get our seed collected from you. So we'll do that first. Thank you.
Another foul seed claimed.
Alright, and Boris has some armor break. But everybody's out of range. We'll have to move in.
Taking position.
Let's see if I can lend some assistance. I could just give them additional actions, but I think we can... Well, I can't even hit that. Can't hit anything, actually. Alright, well, that sucks. I was hoping I could get one shot off and then maybe buff somebody. I could move in and get a shot off. I don't know if that's going to be enough.
As ordered.
I mean, I could hammer hand as well, but I don't have... Well, I've got an angle there. A bit more worried about the other guy, honestly. Still can't hit him. Why could you not hit him? I can tag this guy, wreck his armor. Yeah, let's just do that.
What is your will? Standing ready.
Alright, let's see what I can do with you. Let's just wail on this guy. You're weakened, so we're not going to do as much damage as well. That's really crappy. Yeah, it's going to be hard to kill them. So I can shoot from point-blank range. That's going to do way more damage, so we'll just do
For
that.
the Emperor.
Shoot you right in your face.
Mercy in death.
How you like that? And then... Tempting, it would hit Iolanthus, but it wouldn't get through his armor. Or I could just shoot him directly. Let's just shoot him directly. Duck!
I must rearm.
Okay, and Iolanthus, again, there's really not much point in smacking him. I'm not going to do that much damage. Let's see, how much would it be? Basic attack, it's only going to be 2. Yeah, we can just shoot. Point blank range.
I am his will. I strike true. Threat eliminated.
Okay, I mean, it was a bit
I
sloppy,
am here to serve.
for sure. Let's heal you up. Don't need to warp charge it. That just increases the amount I heal for extra willpower.
My wrath is restored, brother.
Could have gone better. We did have to burn 2 stratagems there, which is unfortunate, but I did take out one of the major threats. So being that Terminator guy.
My blade is yours.
Still have a dreadnought to worry about, so that's an issue.
What is
But
your will?
hopefully we'll be okay. And I can still heal somebody, but that's it for stratagems.
Yes.
So we just need to keep advancing. Okay, Kalmar. Smite does 3, ignores cover. It's less damage than shooting, usually, I think.
What is your will?
Should get Iolanthus up close, although he is kind of weak at the moment.
As ordered.
Move in on the door.
Oh.
If I can engage these guys before we lose our armor buff. Any next units? I don't know if we're close enough. Yeah, I mean, it's just inside the door. Once we kick in the door, that'll probably activate them.
Your orders. I am here to serve. Iolanthus.
Just you two. Okay, let's just keep moving on in.
Moving now. There is corruption brooding here.
There's patrol and the bloom spawn in there. Thankfully, warp surge are kind of slow.
Ready.
Okay, boars, let's get you in as far as possible.
It will be done.
Start in the back and move in. If I can engage right away, that's actually better for me because I have the armor buff still.
Yes, Commander. Your orders.
So I might want to just go ahead and do that if I can.
At once.
Even though I'm kind of weak close combat wise at the moment.
Aye, sir.
We can still shoot.
Your command?
Okay, Iolanthus. Let's go ahead and just kick in the door. Because once we see them, we're going to get our action points back.
Yes.
So go for it. There's an upper level in there.
Knights, draw your steel and face me.
Got 2 Marines and something big down there.
You have not seen master me.
I think it was another one of those big guys down there.
Commander, we've made contact with the enemy.
Alright, and this one is just one of these tree things. Which we can't see, apparently. Alright,
Standing ready. Kalmar.
what do we want to do? This looks like we can blow up. We can blow that up, too.
Wars. At your service.
I want this. I'm not in range. I wonder what this does when we shoot it. Alright, go ahead and go in.
Yes.
So we've got... Is that a sprayer guy down there? Yeah. I really hate these guys. Got a branch down there, so that's only going to attack if we get close to it. Alright. What does this do if I shoot it? It blows up, but it's only going to affect this area. It doesn't look like it's going to hit anybody else. So I think we'll wait on that. Probably the same with this. If I shoot this, it's going to blow up. But as far as I can tell, it's not going to hit anybody. So maybe we wait and maybe lure them in, and then blow these things up. So maybe we just pull back and Overwatch. I'm not so sure about
I am here to
going
serve.
in on
What is
this.
your will? Here.
Boars, can we reach here? I don't think I have line of sight. I think that's the issue.
Advancing.
Probably not from here either. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, I think we overwatch and then try to blow stuff up to do a bunch of damage to them as they come in. That kind of makes the most sense to me.
Iolanthus.
I could leave Iolanthus out front.
Yes, Commander. My blade is ever ready.
He is quite tough. Can I reach anybody? Can't hit you. There's somebody there that I can't see, but I can still hit. There's not much point, though. It's not going to get through the armor.
I am here to serve. Standing ready.
Yeah, I think we just armor up and overwatch. I think that's the plan here. We've got armor, we're going to get a ton more. They are going to come from that way, so let's see. Can't get a great angle here. Cover that way.
Moving out. The Aegis.
Just gonna armor everybody just in case. They might try to hold back too. I'm not sure, but we'll see how it goes. You've got pretty good coverage, like that direction.
At once.
Kalmar, we've got more than I need, really. If I smite them, they get their armor back at the start of the turn, so even if I just do a smite, it's not going to do anything. So it feels like a bit of a waste. I will armor up, though. And Overwatch. Let's go, I guess. Want to cover boars more. We'll check that.
Moving out.
It just leaves Harn. And I've used all the good cover. Although they're not actually in these spots anymore, they're kind of adjacent to them. They still get some benefit, I think, from the cover, even though they aren't standing in it anymore. I think. Where would I want to put you, Harn? I think I'm actually going to go here.
Yes, Commander.
And then we'll try to lock down this area. But yeah, we'll try to let them come in, and then I'll blow up all these things and see what we can do just with massive explosives.
It will be done.
I just hang back and armor up. See if they push me here. Bunch of mutations. That's gonna be bad. Wish there was something down there I could blow up. This guy's gonna spray us.
So to the onward.
Gunned him down. Unfortunately, that means one less seed for me. Not a problem. We're standing right next to something that's going to blow up, though, in a second.
More of the plague goblins.
Okay, that's kind of bad. Alright, this is turning into a bit of a mess.
Unleash me. Yes, Commander. Your orders.
Well, I'll let this. I guess we'll start off. Maybe. I thought I could blow this thing up too, but I guess not. Yeah, let's do that first. How does he still have armor after that? He Took a bunch of damage. You can't hit that for some reason. Okay, I'm not weakened anymore. So I could go after the Dreadnought up close.
What is your will?
I don't know that that's a
I'm
good
here
idea.
to serve.
Smite doesn't have a lot of range. Can't hit you, can't hit you. Okay, this is really not ideal. Nobody... I mean, the one guy did come up this way and we just gunned him down, so there's that. Yeah, this is not great.
What is your will?
I do have the armor bonus still, but that's going to go away pretty soon, I think. I could give Iolanthus extra actions, have him go up and charge the Dreadnought. I could send Kalmar in as well to help out. I could even have Boars move in and take a few pot shots to knock down his armor. I wouldn't mind killing off that Marine down there too. If I go after you, I can hit you twice. Unless I come around this side where I've actually got some cover, then I can only hit you once. But we can improve
I
that.
am here to serve. Here. What is your will? Boars.
Okay, Boars. Boars, Boars, Boars. We're going to buff Iolanthus with some actions.
Seek.
Then I'm going to move up into cover.
I am with you.
See if I can hit the Dreadnought, because that'll do some armor break. Cybolt and take out 2 armor. Let's do that. Okay, Iolanthus. We are going to Hammer Hand, but we're going to do it from here.
Emperor, guide my hand.
Okay, we're gonna get a crit. Armor break 4. Blinded, take out his melee weapon. The 3 stun's tempting, but we can't do enough to stun him. The armor break 4 knocks out his armor. Pretty much completely. I'd almost rather just do additional damage. I'm tempted to take out his melee weapon, actually. Because we're going to hit him and then be next to him. So let's do that. Just chop that off for you. Okay. And I've got 1 whole action left that I can hit you again with. Willpower's pretty low.
Your orders. Your orders?
If I can hurt him, then I might want to just leave. So I could teleport, smack him once with
Yes,
Kalmar.
Commander.
But anybody who's next to him, we've got to move because he'll blow up. If I can get Harn in, take a few shots at him. Can't see him from there. I can only shoot him once from here. That's not much. Yeah, that's my only choice, though. Stand out in the open and get 2 shots. You know what? I'm going to stand out in the open and take 2 shots at him. And if I Cybolt, we'll even get a bleed on him. I'm hoping I can actually hurt him. Yeah, we can hurt him okay. So if I Cybolt him, it'll inflict bleed. But I don't think that's worth it.
I am his. You will heal. Get down!
Okay.
Your command?
Now, I could leave this position by running him down and killing this guy.
Praise the Emperor.
Same with Kalmar. If I teleport up, can I teleport adjacent to him? Don't think that's adjacent.
We travel unseen paths.
So I'm going to run in and smack him. See what that does. Not that much. Force strike it. That just increases my crit chance, I think. Yeah.
No devil shall elude my gaze.
So I think I'm going to have to suck the damage with somebody. We've got the same armor. You're at 17 health.
What is your will?
Iolanthus has 22. So yeah, Iolanthus is going to be the one to kill him, I think. And then we'll suck the damage with him.
We slay the darkness.
Kalmar can run down here. Or not. I guess he's blocking the way, so that does kind of make sense. So I can just barely get out.
Onward, brothers.
I'll have to live with that. Okay, that did more damage than I expected. Iolanthus is just getting beat in this one. I thought we could kind of jump over the edge and go down after that other marine there. Nope.
Advance with security.
Rotating. Healing. Oh, great! That tough bugger's gonna get even tougher. And this guy, extra damage. Okay. Well, I mean, that could have been worse. Iolanthus took
Standing ready.
how much
Standing
damage?
ready.
One damage. I mean, that's not bad.
Oh.
Okay. So. We don't have view of that. I'm curious if we blow that, if it's gonna hit him. Can hit you with that. Let's go ahead and do that. Well, it said it was going to hit him. It showed he was going to take damage there, I'm pretty sure.
I have sanctified my realms.
I'm very disappointed. There isn't much else I can do. I mean, I can shoot you directly. That's probably the only thing I can do that's going to help.
For the Emperor. You will heal.
Boars can hammer hand, and he's
At your
down
service.
there. I want this. We could go charging on down. It's not going to be a kill, though, it looks like.
The Emperor lights our path.
So I could bring Kalmar back to wail on this guy.
Your orders?
Still have a good amount of willpower, so we could give additional actions to somebody, and then go hammer hand this guy, and then see what we can do after that. Let's do this.
Strike forth.
So you can have extra actions. I don't see any seed bearers or anything, so yeah, let's just go hammer hand this guy.
Moving out.
What do we want to do? Disable Plague Shield. Can no longer use Defend. Yeah, let's take that. Take that arm from you.
Your orders.
Gonna save actions here.
My blade is yours.
Come on. Can teleport. Pretty close, just not
We
adjacent.
travel unseen paths.
So I might just want to shoot you at point blank range instead. Which damage is that? 5? If I hit you, that looks like less. That's only 4, but I do have a crit chance. Yeah, I'll just shoot you.
We bring death.
Enjoy that.
For the Emperor. Blessed ammunition depleted.
And then he does have... Apparently he's got a sword, so he might parry? Is that what it's telling me? Now it's not showing up. It's kind of important, though. Just finish him off.
Glory to Zypos.
Okay. Then we run down here, smack this guy a few times, and kill him.
Down.
Then... How tough you are. Don't have a lot of health. Hammerhand, 1 attack, that's not going to be enough to kill you. Shooting isn't going to do anything. Not going to get through the armor. Can't reach this. So there kind of isn't much point in me doing anything here, really. I don't know what your range, like how close. 1, 2, 3. He might be able to hit me from here. I'm not sure. I'm actually going to back off a little bit. Just to make sure he can't smack me, and then we'll try to take him out next time. Alright, we might want to just go for the bloom spawn,
Your command.
but we'll see. I can actually just stand up on top here. That's fine. We've got nothing that's going to shoot back at the moment. So we can just soften up some targets. We'll start here. We're going to try not to push the warp surge up too much.
Kalmar.
Okay, Kalmar doesn't like the positioning there. See him from here, so we'll just take shots. Except I'm out of ammo. Fine, be that way. I mean, I could just smite and kill that thing. Still have a decent amount of willpower. I might want to give somebody else some willpower for kills, though, like boars. If I could buff Iolanthus and then kill this, yeah, I won't be able to. It's too far away. I could buff him, move, and shoot it, though. And that's fine. Is that worth it? don't have to.
At once.
I can only get one shot off. Yeah, I've got the armor break, so it's tempting to shoot the big guy, but let's finish this thing off, just so I don't have to worry about it. Get the willpower.
Ammo depleted.
Get the reload. Alright, if I shoot you, it looks like 4. It's more than my smite, so we'll just start there.
Fall.
And I don't want to push the warp surge up too much here at the moment, so I'm just going to run in and do an attack.
Vengeance. The foe bleeds.
And I'm tempted just to back off now, actually, and get out of the area it can hit. Because we can just kind of leisurely destroy this thing, because the warp surge isn't going up too fast. So I'm going to take my time. Try to avoid getting afflicted with anything nasty. Didn't even do anything. Alright, well, we'll start with boars then.
Standing ready. Your command. Yes, Commander. The foe bleeds. Firing on target. As you command. Empty.
It seemed like we weren't really doing like... I think it was showing the same animation over and over again, like we didn't actually do damage
I
there.
am here to serve. Here.
Barn, let's go grab that.
Affirmative.
We'll throw some shots that way.
Ammo depleted. What is your will?
So we just have you two. Doing 4 from here, which actually is pretty good. Ah, that's right, because it's demonic, so we're doing additional damage. Because he's Warpbane, so even up close I'd be doing additional. Maybe I should move in then and smack you. Or if I can get in and get multiple shots off. Doesn't seem like I can jump over this. If I can get closer... I don't know if that's actually closer, if it's actually further. I can't hop over this, it looks like. It's hard to tell. It's being kind of weird here. That's a 2, that's a 2.
Aye, sir.
Just get closer so I can maybe do some additional damage. Just so I'm not being affected by the range. Still 5. Yeah, we'll just do it.
Back, fiend. Taste my fury.
So it counts these things as demonic, which I wasn't sure. Or plant-like.
I must rearm.
And Iolanthus can go in for a little stab to finish him off.
Ah! This battle is ended.
Alright, well that was a bit of a mess. And we've got one more to go. I can still do a heal. The other enemy is going to be out this way and then down. There's a lot of weird narrow passageways and things there. I'm not sure how easily we can get across that. Or This is very weird too. This looks like grass. We backtrack all the way around and go in that way. I think, yeah, we'll just head over. Hope for the best. And go from there. Alright, who's furthest back at this point? It's, yeah, probably Islanthus. Alright, just go for it.
Taking position.
Having all these Terminators, though, we have been able to take a lot of damage and beating, but partially that was from the stratagem that we had as well. And I also don't use Aegis Shield as much as I should. I know I should use it more. But that can definitely give you a massive amount of additional health. Yeah, let's go there. And boars. Take the other side.
It will be done. What is your will?
So if we head in, I think we have to kind of come down and then go over. Yeah, I think so. Alright, how far can I get? Actually, not that far.
At once.
Sure, smash, stomping and smashing.
Unleash me.
Okay, Kalmar will go. That's as far up as you can get there, I guess.
Moving now.
Yeah, no indications of any patrols, so we're probably okay here.
Advancing.
This terrain's really confusing. It's kind of hurting my head trying to figure out pathing and stuff, so I'm glad it's clearly highlighted.
Moving now.
Okay,
I am here to serve.
sort of leapfrogging our way along. Be a little bit more cautious now as we get in here.
Yes,
Okay,
Commander.
looking fine.
Iolanthus.
Let's just run in wherever.
Affirmative.
Just keep an eye out for any places we'll be able to get extra seeds to. Thought that might be one, but doesn't look like it.
Here. Horn.
Okay, Horn will come in the back.
I, sir. I am here to serve.
Yeah, I don't like standing on a little tiny bridge like that.
Taking position.
I feel like it's gonna get blown up underneath me, but even the bigger ones possibly could too, with these explosive weapons. Okay, I don't want to move up too far. We just have the one action. I can't move very far, so I guess that's fine.
Seeking the tainted. Your command. Yes, Commander.
Alright, I'll let this. We'll get across the bridge.
Yes.
Okay,
Standing ready.
nothing. Horn will come in.
Moving out.
More.
Standing ready. Wars.
Yeah, I think we're still good. Can actually get up here pretty far.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Praise the Emperor.
killed the vast majority of things that are going to show up in this mission, so we might be all right here.
Your command?
I want this. We'll just run
At once.
anywhere. Armed the same.
Done.
And Kelmar.
At once.
To cover just in case. A warp surge before I ever even see the enemy next. Yeah, once we get into here, we'll probably reveal them.
Here. What is your will?
Alright, I want this. Let's hold up maybe here-ish first.
Yes.
I don't want to push
This
too far.
command. I am with you.
Till we have everybody all together at like this line, and then we'll move up from there.
Kalmar. On my way. I am here to serve.
Boars, we'll take the other
Taking
side.
position.
No patrols. Okay, I thought that might be a seed, but it's one of those vents.
Iolanthus.
If we're lucky, it'll be another tree
At your
thing
service.
again.
My blade is ever ready. Seeking the tainted. None may hide from our warp
Okay,
sight.
patrol on the edge.
Your orders? Advancing.
Just inching my way up here.
It will be done.
Alright, we might as well do whatever, because the bloom's gonna go. We're gonna get a warp surge here no matter what. We're gonna have a unit, as well as the bloom spawn. So who leads us off?
Yes, sir.
Alright, good, it's another tree thing.
It is an enemy most worthy.
Reinforcements, wonderful.
Permission to engage, Commander.
Permission to engage. Why these guys do this? It just looks kind of funny with them being down. I kind of want to get like a nice screenshot or something of them, but they're always like looking goofy like this. Well, we do have a seed carrier.
Your command. My blade is yours. At your service.
Boars, we'd have to move in to do anything about that. I don't think they're close enough anything I can blow to damage them. There's not a lot of great cover here either.
At once.
Take that? Yeah, let's take that. Oh, there's one of those launcher things in the back too. That sucks.
Bloom seed excised.
That actually is more of a threat to me than anything else. Until they get closer, anyway. I can't shoot that, so I can't really see how big of an area it's going to hit. And I can hit you. Or I could give somebody else a buff for more actions. It's too bad I only have armor pierce, or not armor pierce, but armor break on boars. What is it? I keep thinking like shredding, like XCOM. It's basically shredding like XCOM. Oh, there is a seed thing down there. We'll have to go grab that too if we have a chance. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stay back here initially. I don't think I'm going to do enough damage to actually hurt him much, but I can Cybolt, and that'll take out a couple of his armor.
Yes, Commander.
So he'll permanently lose a couple points of armor there. Even if we don't get through his armor and do some damage to him, it'll still reduce the amount he's going to get. So we're doing okay on here. Enemies coming in kind of sucks. I could just hold up here, shield, and overwatch. I think that's what I'm going to do. At least with Harn. So we'll drop an overwatch over towards whatever reinforcements are coming in here. I need some more destructive abilities with Kalmar. I don't have them yet.
Yes, Commander.
So we could just shield up as well, and go from there. Can I hit this? No. Disappointing. Disappointing. I mean, I could move in. I don't think that's a great idea. I'm going to hold position. Cover this.
I am with you.
See if we can draw him out. And then I think we'll just do the same. Just wait and see what happens as far as the reinforcements. I do have bonus against demonic, which includes these things. So if I could move in, he'd be actually a really good one to do damage. If I can draw them away from the tree, I can maybe go in and hit that too, because this thing probably counts as demonic as well. The bloom sprout, yeah, so it's demonic. All these weird plant things are actually demon things.
The Emperor protects.
But for now, we'll just cover this.
I will hold them here.
See what the...
Slaves of the fallen
Oh great!
Emperor.
Another dreadnought! And we'll have the warp surge as well, which will be fantastic.
Your doom approaches.
Just charging right on in. Alright.
Full dog. Foul heresy approaches before the 14th Legion.
So a lot of stuff coming my way. Yeah, Overwatch is kind of short range, so we're not hitting anybody there. Warp Surge. +5 armor for everybody for a turn. Well, isn't that nice? Alright, well. My options are... not great. I think we just... Okay, so one thing is we could just try to kill the tree, and then we immediately get teleported out. We could kind of ignore everything else. The problem is I can't really do that with this guy in the way. And this area covered by him. And I've only got one teleport.
Yes, Commander.
So... what we do... There's no great options here, really. He's got 13 armor, even with that armor break I did to him.
Your orders.
So we give somebody extra actions. The question is who? Do we do it with Kalmar and try to teleport him in? Maybe deal with the guy overwatching, or go for the
Standing ready.
tree thing? I know it's not a tree thing. It's goofy, so I just call it a tree thing. It's the feculent narwhal. It's a goofy Nurgle tree. Alright, if... This is hard, right? I can't even see that to shoot it from this angle. That's goofy. I don't think they're close enough. I was just kind of curious if they were close enough to actually get caught in the explosion.
Lights our path.
Really could have used some crack grenades. Somebody with a bunch of crack grenades on this. So Dvorn, my purifier guy with the flamer, would have been really good with a bunch of crack grenades. If I teleport, I can't actually get super close. I could get in here, and then I could probably... I don't know if I can actually even climb up this, though, is the question. Be trying to avoid... Yeah, I can climb up that. So I should be able to just climb up that and smack him if I give him extra actions.
Standing ready.
Okay, boars. We're going to give extra actions to Kalmar. Make sure it's on Kalmar. That is Kalmar, right?
Your orders?
Yes. Alright, boars.
What is your will?
I could warp charge it and get 3 actions. I think I'm actually going to here. Just to try to get as much done as possible. Although he has such a benefit at attacking demonic things that I feel like I should just smack the tree with it.
At your
And
service.
see if I can kill the tree.
Oh. I am here to serve. At your service.
So boars, if we shoot. Can you hit the tree? No. That's too bad.
Standing ready.
So it really would be pretty much just Kalmar. I could suck the shot to take a couple pot shots at the tree.
Your orders. Standing ready.
I mean, I really want to kill the enemies, but maybe I should just wipe out the tree and get out of here. Yeah, even moving to engage him in close combat is going to get me shot, so Boris really doesn't have anything else to do except take some shots.
I am his will. I must sanctify my rounds.
I'd kind of like to get cover from the other enemies. I would have a shot at the tree from here, it just may not be very good. I could go to here, but then I'm really not covered from the flank. Here I at least have partial cover. Or I could just go for this guy.
Here. Unleash me.
Alright, if we teleport. Teleporting right into this guy's arc of fire. I'd have to run across it, I'd get shot in the process. Best case scenario, I get 5 hits on it. I don't think that's enough to kill it. So I should just not even think about it.
Your end is near.
Alright, what do we want to do? Take out your shield. Weakened, actually, wouldn't be bad. Let's go weakened, maybe. Because he's just going to smack me, because that's all he's got. And I could armor up or hit him again. Yeah, I'll just hit him again.
Vengeance.
Got another crit. Take out your shield. Go for the stun. Yeah, I'll take out your shield. Just gonna make you not very useful, basically. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so now I'm just tempted to just finish that guy off instead. And then we'll kind of hang back here where I've got some cover. Because I can teleport right on.
We travel unseen paths.
Against this guy, I'm better off shooting.
We bring death.
I mean, he's not that dangerous.
Oh.
So I don't know if I should be bothering, but I just kind of want to clear out this zone so I have a safe area. Let's shoot.
Blessed ammunition depleted.
And then we just get into some cover.
With haste.
So next turn, as all those other guys are coming in, I think we just go for the tree. Just take it out, don't worry about anything else, just kill the tree. Get into full cover.
Advancing.
Ilanthus is out in the open. He's a little further back, though, and down, so I'm hoping he'll be somewhat safe. Kind of broke vision with him. Saying doom. Doom. Doomy, doomy, doomy. Okay, I mean, that kind of sucked. Very excited about that. Ow. Alright, getting pretty banged up.
Ruin.
Don't you dare.
My armor remains a fortress.
Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. So I am pinned. -1 action point. I think I have to just kill the tree. Like,
Your
that's
orders,
all I can really do at this point, I think.
your command.
Oh, I can't give him extra actions. Okay, maybe I can't kill the tree then. That's an issue. Crap. Boars can break armor, though.
Moving out.
Oh, I'm out of ammo. Crap. So, I'll do what I can.
My will is spent.
If I use the Servo Skull on myself, it'll get rid of negative traits. I don't think that'll give me back an action point, though. I'd be very surprised if that's how that works. I am going to go ahead and use it on myself, though, just to see. So I'm at currently 2. Let's see if it'll go back to 3.
Gratitude.
It did. Alright, that's kind of cool. Alright, well, I get a heal off then. Almost get him back. I could warp charge it and get it all the way, but I'm not going to.
My wrath is restored, brother.
Alright, so Harn, we've got 2 more actions. I could just shoot the tree from here. I'm pretty sure if we kill the tree, we're out immediately. I kind of feel like we should just bail. Does do more damage. Yeah, let's just go for it here. Yeah, it's immune to the bleed. That's why it's set immune there. So I'm kind of betting everything on just getting out, which I'm pretty sure I can do. Because Kalmar will do additional damage. It may not be enough, though, actually. Iolanthus can also hit it. So if I hammer hand it first, that should be able to do it. Extra damage, thank you. Oh yeah, easy to kill now. Kalmar, just run on up and smack it. Or we can teleport. Either way, it's gonna die. I'll still have an action left here, so let's just kill it and see what happens. I'm pretty sure we immediately get teleported out.
That was the last of the wretched filth. Well done, Commander.
I am the Emperor's fury!
Alright, it got messy at the end, and we were definitely in trouble. That's sort of the problem, not having as much firepower as I'm used to. Didn't have any crack grenades, didn't have a lot of area effect stuff. So when they're all bunched up, there's just not much I could do. I could hit individual targets for decent damage, but if they're just too many targets, it's a little hard to deal with. Something to keep in mind. Hopefully we'll get some promotions. That's kind of the main point. I took out these guys to try to get them promotions, but a couple of them probably hurt for a while. Definitely would like a promotion with Kalmar. There are some abilities we can pick up that would be quite cool. If Iolanthus, will probably put points into Honor the Chapter because he doesn't have that yet. We've just kind of focused on melee combat with him so far. See how many seeds we got too. We got yellow. I think I do have some things I can upgrade with yellow seeds. So I think there were a lot of armor that was like +1 armor for some yellow. So I'll take a look at that probably after we're done here. 10 seeds, not bad. +1 grimoire, -1 corruption. Okay, we have level 4 Brigader. I'm saving a spot for a chaplain. We'll see what happens. This is only a level 1. Extra ammo. It's okay. Death Spike. Can make it do more damage. Iron Will. When activating a 4-strike, this knight has a 50% chance to gain +1 willpower. That's definitely not bad. I don't have any like really cool upgraded halberds. So I might take that. Radiant Ward, extra resistance. Can get HP and resistance on upgrade. Not terrible. Blind Grenade Tier 2. All ranged attacks targeted from or into this hazard deal -4 damage. So it doesn't affect hit chance. It might affect hit chance as well. Well, there isn't really a direct hit chance in this game, so it's just going to reduce the damage. I mean, that's not bad. I'd rather kill enemies than stop myself from being hit, because I can take some shots usually. I think I'm going to take the Death Spike. I might give this to Iolanthus, because the one he's got I think is just increased crit chance and that's it. Which, I mean, is still good. Then again, it's only a tier 1, and I should be getting up to potentially tier 3 stuff. So it kind of feels like a little bit of a waste, in a way. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. We'll save the requisition points. I have all these up to like level 3 gear might be coming in except for range, so I definitely want to upgrade that. We'll just maybe look at upgrading everything more than picking up some stuff. Alright, what do we got? Gonna get 4 promotions? No, we're gonna get 3. Alright, Harn didn't get promoted, but yeah, that's alright. Harn's out for only 6 days, so that's quite good. Kalmar. Alright, we've got 4 points. Why do we have 4 points? Did he go up twice? He must have gone up 2 levels. Alright, well, we've got our smite here. We can make it do more damage. Give it armor piercing, unlimited range. Okay, that's interesting. From there, we could go into Psychic Shriek, Blast Area, Extra Stun, and Disrupted. Do even more stun, even more stun. So it's like an area effect, stun, and disrupt. That's kind of cool. Vortex of Doom. Range 10, 6 damage, no stun. Can be upgraded to do more damage. Can be upgraded to disable ranged weapons. On mechanical targets only, it looks like. Extra willpower. What do we have up here? Empyrean Domination. Reduce current warp surge by 25%. That's okay. It might be helpful on missions when I don't have my what are they called? Prognosticars covering a planet, but it also could be useful if there's like fighting in a warp storm, because the warp storms disable my prognosticars too. I don't know if I would actually use actions though. I mean, you could upgrade it to be up to minus 50%, which is crazy. So yeah, I mean, totally upgraded, that's quite good. Teleport all knights. Increased range. I do like the increased range. Chance to get action point back, that's quite good. I might just do ranged in that. Out this way, we have to go through Aegis Shield being better. And eventually we can get up to ranged stuff. Sanctuary. Giving armor. That's not bad too. Give everybody some armor for a turn. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff here. I like damage. Stunning everybody's kind of interesting. Alright, initially... What is this one? 25% focus permanently. Okay, we'll take that. I think the increased range will be helpful. I really want to get like a better ability. I've got pretty good willpower. Do I want to take this? You know what? That's not really worth it at this point, I don't think. Could make Smite better. Get the Vortex of Doom. This is only if I warp charge it. Unlimited range on the Smite at 4 damage could be really good. You won't be able to disengage from me. I can track you down and kill you. Warp charge for armor pierce. I'm gonna get Vortex of Doom and upgrade it, because there were times, like, in that area we had a bunch of enemies clustered together. And we could have used something like this. It would have shut down the ranged ability of the Dreadnought and just done a bunch of damage if we had, like, warp surged it kind of thing. So yeah, I think we'll do that. Nice to do more damage here too. I could go ahead and just skip this, because I'm probably going to focus more on range stuff and abilities rather than teleporting in and smacking people directly. So you know what, let's just go for massive Vortex of Doom upgrade and a slight improvement to our Smite. Okay, out for 11 days. Yeah, so he just went from 2 to 4. Boars, we've got 2 points. What do we want? Make Hammerhand, give bleed. We could get better shielding. What's this? Strike all targets within blast area 2. of this knight to do 4 damage, knockback, no stun. That's pretty short range. I don't know if that's necessarily worth it. Cybolt does more damage. Might be worth it. It's down here. Melee weapon improvements. Up here. Transfer all of this knight's armor for 1 turn to another. It's only Cybolt is improved here. And this is only Warp Surge, like Warp Charge ability. Yeah, I mean, this is okay. It's all targets within the blast. If it was all enemies only, I think that would be much better. I think I'd be much more tempted to pick that up if it was just enemies, and I could actually hang out close to everybody else. But usually I'm keeping Boar's back, and he's buffing people and taking shots. So armor kind of makes sense in a way. I don't get into close combat that often. I'll take this. What does this open up? Ranged attacks have increased crit chance. We could go rapid reload. Ranged attacks have increased crit damage. Yeah, I'm not really smacking people close up that often. So we could just go with increased crit chance. So provoke. Does enraged. This ability is a little goofy, but we could take it just to get to the health here, potentially. Eventually. I mean, I could take it just to have it. I don't think I've ever actually used it on the one guy that I do have that has it. Is it better than 10% crit bonus on all shots? I don't know. That's pretty good. Not fantastic, but it's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take that, I think. I want this. I have an idea of what we want to do with you, so we definitely want to at least get you the basic Honor the Chapter, which you don't have. You do get in close combat a lot, so the upgraded Warp Charge here would actually be decent. I already have this. I think we make Honor the Chapter better. So we just make sure it's 2. And then next time we can get the extra Warrior slot, which will just give me more stuff I can use. Which is just generally helpful. Alright, at 8 days, 11 days, 6 days, so not too bad. General promotions all around. Out of curiosity. Oh, I can make it to that one. Alright, yeah, we'll go ahead and end here then. We'll go ahead and rush on over to do this mission. And this one will give me some additional servitors, which is nice. It's a seed carrier, so that'll give me some seeds as well. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. So yeah, this has been more Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.